We'll look at the LVL beams that are showing up in these two classrooms that hold up the folding classroom dividers here. We can see they're 1 3/4, about 14-inch LVLs, and both beams are just alike. So, and on each end we'll have 5 2x6, which will act as a post or support for those. If we work through the plan here, we'll see that the length of it's going to be 23, 5 and 5/8, and you have 2 2x6 walls. So when you work that out, it's going to be 24 feet and 2 5/8 inches. Well, the LVLs come in 2-foot increments, so 24 will do, and that will leave us with enough, a little over an inch that's not resting on this post, but the amount that is resting is a little over 30 square inches on each end, which is more than adequate. Let's take a look at, I've extracted the relevant information here so we can work through it. And we've seen that at this point. The plan tells us that the bottom of the LVL is 11 feet 5 inches above the finished floor. So if we take off 1.5 inches there, we'll have the length of the post as it rests on the bottom plate. So that once we've done that, we can cut these and then build them together and put them in the wall. In order to stabilize the LVL and basically build a pocket up here above the wall height. Wall height again is 10 feet 1 inch. So this is protruding up into the attic space above the trusses. So, and this is shown here. So we're gonna, when we build this wall, we'll add a couple of 12-foot 2x6s on each side of the post where it falls in there, and in order to stabilize this, and we'll have to have about a 1/2 inch spacer up here to do that. But we want to build all of that up, this part, when we raise the wall. Ideally, it may be in a 16-foot section. If not, we'll break the wall here on each side of this thing and build it up piecemeal. So we'll see how that works out when we actually do the layout. But once we have these LVL beams built, and they'll have to be fastened together here, the 4 of them, we can raise them up probably do that with a lull. And when we put them into the program here, and we're actually not going to calculate out anything based on this. This just becomes a bookkeeping thing. I've got some other beams that I've worked out here. I'll deal with that later. But these LVLs here, I call them HB 5 and 6. 4 LVLs, 1 3/4, 14, 24 long. And the support is 10 2 6. And the rest would be the same math that we worked out here in terms that we could put it in there and keep track of it and find it later. So that's enough for that. Pretty simple as far as LVLs go on this project.